What it is? What's up, world? Yeah, man, we back. Late night special. Back with the late night special, man. It's your boy No. It's your boy No. We here. It's the Nova No Show. How y'all feeling tonight? Y'all already know me. I'm always repping the DC4L. You feel me? Yeah, man. How you feeling tonight? No.
Hey, I was being silly earlier because I was like, you know what? I'm about to give myself my true credit, my rightful credit, right? Because I'm the boy that created
What?
this.
But
Yeah, you mean, bro? Listen, that's the 21st. No, the boy from the town been screaming that ever since we was little dudes. You know what I'm saying, the one that started this.
half the world probably don't even know what that is. It
Hey,
out of
yeah, that's what happened, man.
hey, yo, look, we gotta do a joint. See, if we gonna start like 9 o'clock, we gonna set this joint up like 8. I mean, we're gonna start this joint at like 8:30 or
Hmm.
8:45, and then just have a little picture countdown.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean, keep the time to you know uh, jump in all that cool stuff. I mean, but we all know what tonight is. Tonight is Wednesday night, Thursday morning. We we gonna talk about this Thursday night game,
Mm-hmm.
a divisional matchup between the Rams and the 40 Whiter.
Yeah. I actually got to see some interesting stats between these two teams over the past 2 years. Um, some cool stuff if you wanna put some bets in. Um, definitely like I said, I seen some cool stuff with them boys. Um, so yeah, it's definitely an interesting matchup. You know, in the NFL, one of the games you can guarantee, one of the games you know gonna be good, those division games. Division games are always it.
Yeah,
Always. So
yeah, that's one thing about division games. It don't matter how good one team is, how bad the other. You build for your division. So
mhm.
you build your team. You want it to be able to compete with each team in your division. And then they know each other so well. Um, it's not hard to plan for them, but it's just always such a good matchup because they know each other. So I anticipate this going to be a good matchup. Um, definitely going to be a close scoring game, being as though 49.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
49ers, all, all the teams in that division except one, I think, is the Saints. But all of them
Cardinals.
are like 3-1.
Yeah, all of them. They 3-1 except the Cardinals. The Cardinals a little bit underneath. But
Yeah,
they even right on their heels.
I
Like
think the
yeah.
Rams, 40 Whiters, and Seattle, they won, then the Cardinals 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a bad division. It's actually a little scary division if you ask me.
No, you know what that division remind me of? Remember, it was like was it about last week when you and I when we were talking about we were just talking about I was like, yo, the NFC is look to me, I feel like it's like the West and East in basketball, or how people perceive the West. It kind of evened out. It kind of evened out in the NBA, I believe, because the West used to be like 60-win team, 59-win team, 55-win team, 50-win team, 54-win team, and then you was getting, you know, five or four, 3 or 4 teams in the East that was just scraping by with a 500 record or a little bit below 500 record. So when we scaled through the whole NFC, about last week when we was talking, um, yeah, man, San Francisco, the 40 Whiters, the Seahawks, um, the Rams, the Rams, the one the team with the most recent success over there in the NFC West. So when you go through the NFC, you get three, two, three strong, super possible Super Bowl contenders in each division. It might have evened out. It might have weakened. I don't know. We'll see how Green Bay react to getting a gut punch from Dallas. But those teams in the NFC definitely coming to win.
Why couldn't it be Dallas gut punch from Green Bay?
No, y'all gave them the gut punch, right? They was the ones out there. They was out there tooting their horn. They was out there feeling good. So, then they just woke up. They had to do, but they better wake up.
Yeah,
Because you figure if if Green Bay come out playing like that and say Caleb Williams and the Bears come out hot, you see they can put up 30+ points when they coming out and they playing a little bit out of their mind. They got this. They got the offensive mind and coach to go ahead and do what they got to do. So
that's
it definitely can get dangerous in the NFC. I think, like I said, I think the NFC is the. I know people probably ain't gonna agree, but NFC the strongest division right
hey, you and this a little bit off the this a little bit off topic real quick, but it's just a little bit off topic. Freaking, it kind of threw me early. I was watching, I don't really watch the sports news or whatever.
now.
But you is this one like I think it's ESPN. Of course, Stephen A. Smith always going to talk his bull crap. But is this one bull, Dan Orlovsky, whatever his name is. This bull, like, he just threw me, and I see why. Sometimes like Ryan Clark and them, they kind of like jump in his backside a little bit. Pause, but because so he was talking about. So they was talking about the Green Bay and Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, I'm listening to something on my phone, and they segment pop up, and he just like, oh, the reason why Dak looks so good is because Green Bay was playing soft coverage and blah blah blah. And I'm just sitting there like, you that much, because if it was Josh Allen, it would have been something totally, because he glazed Josh Allen all the time. But it's like, because Dak Prescott went out there and carved the team that y'all swore was gonna come out and stomp a mud hole in us, because he carved them up. It's like, oh, he only carved them up because they was doing this. Otherwise, pretty much otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to do it. Like, I'm like, yo, people love to throw shade on somebody parade, bro. Like, chill. Like, let that man enjoy what he out there doing right now. Yeah, man. Because none of y'all believe, he was worth that money that he got. It's like, bro, let that man enjoy what he doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was kind of crazy to me. But
Yeah.
we ain't gonna get too far off topic. But I was watching earlier, and I had to tweet it on Twitter like, damn, like, you know
You
what I'm
gonna
saying?
see. You gonna see.
Yeah.
You gonna see for Dan. Dan couldn't figure out how to play in the NFL to talk about any quarterback.
And that's what
Like,
I don't. That's what I don't get. Like, I
rightfully.
do that couldn't that you didn't even know where the back of your end zone was, and you gave your team a safety. How you gonna tell somebody else how to play quarterback good? You never had a position in your life. Never. You was a backup, and then when you got your chance, you stunk it up. Like I can't. For the life of me, I can't understand. That's like like who can we get? That's like give me somebody from the Sixers that was a bum and that pick. Give me somebody from the Sixers.
Tyrone Hill.
Nah, Tyrone Hill.
Which is a championship with the Sixers, right?
Yeah,
So
I was
he
about to say
technically he
he
had
had
success.
yeah,
Uh, let's say Rodney Buford, right? Somebody like that. Somebody that nobody's gonna know of, right?
right. And that's like him trying to tell Michael Jordan how to be great. Like, come on.
He's like, listen, Mike, if you would have passed the ball right here, Mike, like, boy, if you don't get your goofy stuff out my face, boy, boy, you don't know nothing about this. Like, you can't speak on this. Um,
Yeah, that's
no,
just crazy.
but again, dudes like Dan Orlovsky, right? He gives I like it for one reason because he show you that like listen, sports fans have a future in this business. Sports fans have a business in this. I mean, have a nice little thing in the sports world because like, hold up, let me get my stuff together. Because like, yeah, he was just a fan, and that's
Right.
all he ever been. And on the low, he probably a Dak Prescott hater for real. He probably think that he could have been a coach or I mean a player on the quarterback on Dallas in his dreams or
Right.
something like.
He definitely a Dak Prescott hater. That's for sure. For sure.
I
He def-
always
I think a lot
because
of them hate on Cowboys because they want the views.
yeah, like and the thing that I actually I like Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark is I like Ryan Clark the player. So seeing Ryan Clark the analyst, he is just as solid the player, the analyst as he is the player to me. That's something I actually want to try to tap into. Like just giving up, I mentioned it to you before, giving out a couple of flowers to some of these boys. Uh, the what's their name? The network guy. I said I like there's some of them that just be talking crazy, uh, and then you get some boys that got some insight. I
And
said because like I said, some one of my favorite dudes. But again, Cowherd's been one of my dudes. I've been listening to him since I was driving the truck. So I've been listening to him 15, 15 years. Yo, welcome to the herd. That stuff. So, and then I prefer him over the dude that's sitting in Gil's arena. Uh,
yeah, but let's jump back on. Let's jump back on topic.
yeah, yeah.
We,
Um,
we
but
kind of
again, something that I actually just looked at. Again, I was checking this out, so I had to go back into the game and check it out. Check out what I checked out last year's game. They got some these. They don't. It's 1 point games, 3 point games between these two teams. So
I mean, if you want to be honest, all the 49ers freaking games this season was
yeah, they
five
all know.
points or less. Like if you want to be honest, it was all
Easy,
5 point games or less. The only thing that's really going in 49er favor is
easy for liking that trade.
they got two division wins. That's the only thing really going in their favor. Other than that, them dudes, all their games was 5 points or less. They had games that was like 26 to 21, 17 and 3 games. I mean 17 and 13 games. And
Yeah, yeah, they
uh,
really enough. Those.
they
We gonna see.
barely making it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we gonna see how the tide change. How long is it gonna be, right? Because who is that? Is it over there? Shanahan?
Who?
Who's their coach over there?
Shanahan.
Yeah, Shanahan, right? Yeah, we're gonna see how long he can hold on to a job if he keep making the same whack decisions each year in and year out. year in and year out.
I think he's solidified over there. One, because of who his pop is, but then two is the 49ers are like kind of like the Cowboys. It's like
Yeah, they are historic.
they have just they have just enough success to stay relevant and talked about and keep fans coming. But then they always come up short when it's time. Only good thing is they actually like sometimes they go to the conference championship.
But look, it may be a thing, right, um, where Kyle might have to go to another situation, just like Mike. Mike was over in Washington, then he ended up over in Denver, got 2 bowls, played with John Elway. The game became easier. A lot of your stuff you got to really work. You really got to fine tune a lot of your stuff and really become a little bit more successful.
If Kyle goes somewhere, I'd rather him go somewhere when Cowboys looking for a coach. I'm gonna be honest. Kyle Shanahan.
Solid coach. Yeah, he's a solid coach. You know what I mean? But is the
I
you kind of look at, I think, to me, the fabric of San Francisco has been defense over the past, say, 15 years.
yeah, wow.
So,
Might have been more.
and
Kaepernick playing.
yeah, that was that because and I'm going back to 2010, 2011 because that's when they had Pat, right? And they had Mike Singletary as their coach. So like I remember when Singletary came in, and that's when he started bringing in all the linebackers,
Yeah,
started bringing in them defensive players.
15 years.
Yeah. So he and Kyle's an offensive guy, right? So and it's always good to to mix that in. You ain't gonna change your, but I feel like they really reaching in some spots. Like some guys that really help their team. And I'm not sure the whole Debo Samuel thing. Um, like he is a he was a real voice on their team. He was something for their team. But when you missing a presence like that, the rest of the team kind of. I mean, who was it? Kittle.
Right. That's crazy. See, I be looking down at the screen and it look like I'm sleeping. I ain't like I look like I'm sleeping now and I'm talking, but I'm looking at like but I'm looking at the screen. And I gotta like kind of stay looking at the camera. Like, does it look like I'm looking at the screen now?
Yeah, I mean, look, but we look, we looking at we also got stats and we also got stuff that we gotta look into. So this is a part of the thing, the game.
Right.
Um,
But
but no, and to be honest and to be completely upfront, because again, what you call it playing strong. Like we highlighted and we gave him a little love yesterday when we talked about quarterbacks, and I was like, yo, I think right now, as far as the quarterbacking goes, it's 3 boys. It's 3 boys that's playing amazing right now. Dak, Stafford, and Josh Allen. And you can put them in that order if you want. But them 3 boys are playing really good. Which part leading the league in receiving yards right now. Hooping the floor. They would go to them about 15, 14 times. So hey, you might if you want to throw in a little parlay and put seven, 5, 6, 7 receptions on Cooper because he's gonna get them.
right. Well, I think the Rams are all around um solid team compared to the 40 Whiters. They a little all over the place with everything. Whereas though the Rams more statistic wise they more top team on offense and defense. I mean in terms of
Mm-hmm.
points and points allowed and yardage allowed, all of that. They more of a rounded team. Like they either um top 10 or they in the top 15. Um,
Mm-hmm. I agree. I definitely agree.
like
The
so,
Rams are definitely somewhere in the hunt every single year.
right. And
Every single year. I agree.
like Stafford is a heck of a quarterback. So you can't count him out. And like it's they
And,
playing
and
defense is playing, at a top 10 level. So
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
not
Got
allowing.
they got some bull. They got some players on that defense.
So
Um,
so so therefore,
and led by got that sophomore that's out there. He played out of his mind. He played out of his mind since
like, don't
college.
did Ramsey go over there? Then Ramsey go to the Rams, or they let him go?
He was there. Ramsey and I think was it Pittsburgh now. I think it's somewhere else. Like I think he not over in he not in LA no more.
I think
Yeah, but I definitely
he in
like
prison.
'cause like I'm giving it little Jews along the way because like I seen uh Kyron Williams he gets success when he play against San Francisco. So as much as those boys want to do, want to as much as they are a defensive team, they got Fred Warner in the middle too. So as much as they play defensively pretty well, um, Aaron Williams is going to go do his thing. He's been doing his thing over his past 3 games over there. He a punch in or two. He plus 60 yards if I'm not mistaken. If you go on that route, so
But
yeah,
I mean, I the 49ers, they like 17th in rushing yards allowed. And,
it's not good. We got a young boy that got confidence.
yeah. So I don't know. I think the game gonna rely heavy on defense.
Mhm.
Both are a little bit solid on defense. The 49ers just allow more in terms of rushing.
Mhm.
So um and they allow more in rushing, and you know the Rams, they not a bad rushing team. So
Yeah, and
they
again,
like rush-
Stafford is Stafford is solid. So like he is good enough and got control enough of his offense to where he won't get selfish. He won't start passing the ball too much. He'll start lighting you up if he see the opening. But he gonna hand that ball off and let Arm and let Williams do their stuff. And that's why that team is dangerous.
the run always open up the pass though. It,
Hmm.
this is why it was so um necessary for the Cowboys to try to find a running back, because at the end of
Hmm.
you, if all you can do is pass, eventually you're
Yeah.
gonna get picked off and
We
stuff like
got
that.
back in coverage. Yep.
If
Hmm. We
you
got back in coverage. Wait, what you do?
got a nice little rush game, take that pressure off that pass, and then when they start committing to the run a little bit, and you start dropping them dots over them linebackers' head. You know what I'm saying? So that run game is important, but unfortunately, 49ers a little suspect when it comes to the run. They like dang near last in the league. And then you would think, being as though Purdy was injured these last couple games. I mean, he can't. I think he back now, but you would think with him being injured, they would have
They
relied
were
on him.
running.
But
But yeah, it's because again, with Purdy out there playing hurt, it kind of at first, and that's where I'm like, well, I don't know what's Shanahan because like when you out there running, you out there going with your hurt, I don't know. Death is the biggest thing. Death is the biggest thing, and one of the big or one of the other the side things that teams need in order to have real success. So when you can go off your bench, you can run 3, 4 receivers, 2, 3 running backs, possibly 2 running backs. You got a guy that can fill in on that offensive line if somebody go down.
yeah,
So
yeah,
everything.
boy, that
Hmm.
that is very, very, very important. And I think That's what we lack a lot of. So I'm happy that Jerry is making some moves because man, it as many injuries as we dealt with these last few years, we should have had third string people. Our practice squad should be on. They should be RTG ready to go. You know what I'm saying? They should be RTG like at this point, like the amount of injuries we done dealt with. But yeah, depth is definitely important. But I mean, Purdy back now, I think so. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
He playing. He gonna play. Um, so he had a whack last week. So we'll
but
see how he bounces.
you
It's
know,
tough.
back off an injury. Like, is Christian McCaffrey back yet? Hold up,
Yeah, McCaffrey's been playing.
McCaffrey back now?
He playing. He been playing. He been playing. Like, he been playing for him. He had an average. Oh, he had an okay game. He had 90 something yards for receiving this past week. Yeah, yeah, he had 90 something yards receiving. So he been back doing his stuff. His normal Christian McCaffrey do that. That's a part of running receiving threat, dual threat for running back.
Right.
Pop is Pop is a 2-time Super Bowl winner at the receiver. He gonna know how to run routes. That's the darn sure.
Who a two-time Super Bowl?
That that McCaffrey,
McCaffrey got.
you know. Yeah, well, Denver.
Oh man,
Yeah, that what's funny? Denver is the first. I feel like I remember Green Bay won the Super Bowl the year before, and then Denver won their two back to back. I remember that Denver Lions. That's what I ended up liking Shannon Sharp. Like Shannon Sharp was a crack talker. And I'm like, but he
right.
backed it up, and he backed it up on that field. Like, this is one thing. If it,
Shannon was out there getting trash.
nah, Shannon was a problem. Shannon was a problem, bro. Like honestly, I really used to say this, like, because I know when we was younger, a lot of people, I think consensus pick for best tight end was Tony Gonzalez. Everybody loved Tony Gonzalez.
I mean,
He I
Gonzalez,
used to love him.
sorry, Gonzalez was a beast.
He
Um,
was. He was.
Gonzalez was a beast. Unfortunately, I think Gronk was better than both of them. He was better than Shaq and better than freaking Gonzalez.
I, you know, it's funny. And this might not be a popular thing to say, but I think the unaliver was better than him.
Who?
Like Liver was better than him.
Who was? Hold
Like
on. Say it again. Better?
I think the unaliver was better than Gronk.
Oh,
Like yeah.
I,
Uh,
I don't know because I didn't because when he just
they were
started,
both
oh,
problems.
yeah, when he started to take off, he kind of like took himself out.
Yep. But I felt like he was going to be so special. And no, the position evolved. So and Gronk is 6'7".
Gronk, Gronk,
Perfect target. Perfect target for a 5-yard quarterback.
exactly. And this dude could catch it getting hit and everything, and he
No, listen, like he grew up in Buffalo, right? They was showing he one of the boys that do the outdoor wrestling. He do all that wild mess. So like, you know, he look, you put him in this sport, he a massive dude. He ain't scared.
you know the greatest tight end of all time though.
I hope you ain't going. He probably the greatest cowboy in his time, but I hope you ain't about to say this boy. He
Who?
was good. he was good.
Who?
Witten was good. He's the darn greatest tight end. That's for Are sure. We just mentioned two bulls that three of the bulls that might be the greatest sight of all time.
I actually say Jay Novacek.
Nah, Witten over him.
Witten over Jay.
Witten
Nah,
over him.
they got some range.
Yeah, no, Novacek was he was definitely in a good situation, especially when look, yeah, he got rings, but when you in a situation where you got a Pro Bowl, three Pro Bowl locks, four Pro Bowl locks was on the line. Larry was there, so you got four Pro Bowl locks on your offense.
Uh,
Uh,
You can't be mad because Jerry is the best GM in football.
maybe in the '90s, in the '90s, maybe in the '90s, he was figuring it out. He was out there moving and shaking in the '90s. I ain't gonna hold you. When I watched the little John, and it was like, yeah, he did some stuff. I was like, that's a wild boy. Like, this is a wild boy. He
Jerry,
said, Reebok? We wearing Nike
yeah,
over here.
Jerry had them poppy, man.
We
Uh,
going Pepsi. Like,
Jerry had them poppy pills. Like he like, oh, hey, listen, that was part of what you had to play with your nose in order to sign up for us. Like, no, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. No disrespect to my boys, man. Let me stop. Let me stop. They did party hard though. Michael Irvin, to
cocaine
tell
cowboys. Cocaine cowboys.
you, Mike, Michael Irvin, to tell you, like, but
Cocaine cowboys. We good over
right, nah, but nah, I'm just joking. Though. I still think Grunt was better than and it's just because of his physique, all that. Like the position did change back then. I think when Shannon was in, it was more of a like an athletic type situation. Like they was a little more athletic. It was like bigger receivers, but by the time Brock came in, like they were still bigger receivers, but these dudes were like massive. All they like pretty much like
there.
line.
Yeah. Especially in that time where Terrell Davis was two back to back, 2,000 yard seasons. Uh, and then you got Rod Smith and Ed McCaffrey out there. So it
I
ain't.
think one of the most slept on TD. Like see, people
Oh
don't
no.
even
Yeah. There's a few guys that if you go down the list of just great players like Terrell Davis, Edgerrin James, uh,
yeah,
Bulls out here. Like remember, I even going to Dallas, I was like, yo, one bull I used to be scared of, and Dallas was. I used to be like this bull is a problem, but I felt like Marion Barber was a beast at a point. Um, like he came right out of. I felt like he was. It was a time where like Priest Holmes, um, running backs like that, like just filthy running backs that was just getting it done every single season.
yeah.
So it's definitely some bulls.
So let me ask you this: who you got tomorrow night?
More than man. Jared Verse be playing. Jared Verse be playing out of his mind.
And you want to know what's crazy?
He,
Because we ain't even been tallying, we ain't even been keeping track of our picks to see who.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I,
But
I know it's crazy because it was week 3. I think it was week 3. I think we ended up picking like 5 games. You got like three. You got like three of those. It was like 3-2. I was like 2-3.
we're gonna have to go back and look because we
Yeah,
gotta keep tally. I mean, I ain't gonna lie,
you
I was
got
Rams too, but just just for a little just for a little competition, I'll take the 40 Whiters. Yeah,
I
I,
mean, you know
I
how
mean,
that's going to go.
go either way,
I ain't going.
statistic wise and all that, and then Matthew Stafford, you definitely, on paper it looked like the Rams gonna take it, but in Brock favor, he might be warmed up, baby.
Hmm. Yeah,
He
like I said,
might.
that's kind of like I said with Houston. Houston, they finally said, all right, time, and then they went out there and beat on the Titans. So he might wake up. He might wake up and go on a tear. He get paid a lot of money to play that position. So you know they expect them boys, them fans is expecting you to go out there and make some plays and do something. Just ride in Brock on Brock's behalf. Let's just try to not do everything that Christian McCaffrey and your team won't look as crazy, right? Because if you keep doing McCaffrey plays, or you give him 9 receptions and you give him 15, 20 rushes,
Right.
so offense with Christian McCaffrey. Like, what else? It ain't no reason to defend nothing else. You know they about to go down.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because yeah, they one IU injured. They let Samuels
Hmm.
go. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got
they got Jusic and Pearson. You know, those guys see what the old boys, the
about it.
old boys could do it. The old boys, like Kittle and them.
I mean,
The old boys.
well, I
They,
guess
but they can.
Purdy was out. I ain't really got no real targets like that, but I'm still take, I'm still 49ers. I'm still, you got the Rams. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
because
nah,
ain't
the
no
Rams stuff.
here, ain't no draws over here. Even though we could draw with this one, we could on our
Yeah,
pick.
I mean it's only right. I think because if I had to pick we got we should do. We should probably run the division instead of pick who you think gonna win each division.
Hmm.
That'd be a good little joint. I don't think nobody do that in the whole sports.
I mean, we can do that now.
Yeah, because um, that's it. I think because that's one of the teams. Like I said, I felt like they was hungry. They were hungry after the playoff exit. Like after the playoff exit, I felt like the Rams, and they came out this year on fire. So I'm like, yeah, they want to get back to the playoffs so they can lose to us again. But definitely came out on fire this year. They firing on all cylinders. And they got Devontae. Devontae Adams is scoring. I think he scored a touchdown in 3 out of these past 4 games. So Devontae is a problem.
Yeah, look at he yawning. Now
That's that. Listen,
at, at the
boys.
45 mark, definitely gotta get up early. Yeah, I mean 45-minute mark, man. We can go
No, it's
ahead.
that. No, the crazy thing is, I ain't even. I'm tomorrow a whole free day. That's why I'm like, hey, listen. It remind me, bro. Remember, Sam 5 minutes on the clock. It remind me of those jokes. Uh, so yeah. But no, I definitely think they will walk away with that division for sure. I think the Rams going. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be light work unless Brock Purdy go have a 3 interception game again. Um,
So y'all,
because
you
you
think the
give.
Rams walk away with that division?
I'm going
Or
with the Rams
is-
in the West. Huh?
You said the Rams gonna walk away with that from that division or just this game?
No, I mean they gonna win. I got the Rams winning this show. Um, hmm. And I give them a. I think this 2020. No, their last game they was actually in the team. Uh, but the games before they was in their 20s. But they got Puka playing out of his mind right now. Let's go with because I would give him a little quick 24 spot like 24-17 ish kind of game.
Now you ain't even. It, well, I guess you going 24-17. I mean that sound about right. I'm gonna say 26-21 because that seemed to be the score that 40 calling it.
To
I'm gonna say 26.
get right in the little 20 area and get stuck.
But we ain't even got asked who gonna win our division. We already know who you gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah, we know that bird game. That
We al-
bird game gonna go out there.
we already know who you gonna say. We ain't say you was gonna win.
That bird game gonna go out there and but like it's supposed to bring back. It's been a while since a team in our division, unlike some of these other divisions, we flip flop. So like that's the true strength of a strong division when 'cause you don't know who gonna win it each year. You don't know who gonna be at that finish line.
Who you think taking the NFC West?
The West is the Rams, right? That's the West.
Think the Rams taking it?
Yeah, I got the Rams taking that, John. Like I said, they want to get back. They want to get back. You you know how your players, especially when Matt Stafford been in the NFL for a long
That part.
so so it's only going to be but so much longer that he's going to click out and and be able to give you good season, another good season or two. So the young players want to try to get on that winning trajectory as soon as possible, just so they can so you can walk Stafford off that field as a winner. Um, it ain't happening, but they definitely want to try to ball out and get and that's their best chance because then when you go into another division, I mean when you go into another quarterback and you get your JJ McCarthy's and then you might be getting more of a dare in the headlights next season when you're going in a rookie quarterback, a young quarterback. So you never know what you're gonna get. Um, so they gonna try to get what they can out of Stafford before it's done.
Not if not if not if they don't want to allow them to. They can try. They can try.
Yeah.
But all right. So you say the Rams walking away with the West. Y'all walking away with the East. Who you think coming out of the North? That's another scary division.
Yeah, because like I said, right, I think how most people would feel. Um, I got a message the other day saying that the Ravens and the Lions, two hungry teams, is just waiting to win the Super Bowl. And I was like, it take a lot to win a Super Bowl. And I think you looking into flash in the pan success, some stuff that looked cute during the regular season, but until the Lions show me that they can stop a team, I'm
Right.
not really on the Lions thing either. So I'm gonna
I'm,
still go Green Bay.
nah,
I think, like I said, I think Green Bay ended up playing a buzz saw last week. They end up again. You gotta come to that. You gotta come to Dallas, and it's tough. You go to that
man. Yo, bro. Need to disconnect. left. Oh man. So I sing. Love. So many things I got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. Cause there's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, love. Uh, 9 o'clock, all alone, paging me, wishing. Wait, paging me, wishing. We just keep on talking about the last time you were here. Oh, his phone must have checked. He waiting for that joint to come back on right now. But I don't know. I'm giving Green Bay the top. I don't know. I might give Green Bay the top. We can do some fresh skits, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm giving Green Bay the top. I don't know if I'm giving them the top. Man, he ain't coming back. There you go.
Not sleep till morning, only bubble bath.
Oh snap!
Back, love, hit me back.
Oh snap!
Girl, I'm looking back because I'm so. That's crazy. Phone want to act crazy on me. Come on, oh, what? Come on. You really gonna make me go to the
Yeah,
oven?
I don't know about the Lions. I mean, I don't know about Green Bay though. I
Yeah,
I
they about
I,
to do.
I think the Lions. I think the Lions. They got the Lions got a chip on their shoulder. Um, and I think because they got a new coordinator and all that. I think as the games go on, as the weeks go on, the Lions gonna start becoming more and more of themselves.
I seen um Amon Ra dancing around with weird stuff, a bunch of celebrations, stuff like that. Um, so and look, sports is sports, but like one thing for sure, when a guy starts to um start he look like he's showboating more, or he's celebrating and thinking about what he's going to do, and he's focusing on that style more than anything. Um, look, all the as much as explosive as the Lions were last year, Jamar Chase is still the best receiver in the NFL. So you can dance and do all the taunts and celebrations and stuff as you catch a ball and all that, and it still ain't get you the top of the top of your position. You still play ball. Um, I think Green Bay will come out. They should come out, and I like Green Bay. I think originally when I when I was looking at just the teams in the NFL, I think I was picking Green Bay. I was saying Green Bay was going to be one of the teams that going to be kind of scary. A little bit less scary now, but in their division, they always hanging around in the division.
I think they still scare me.
I think, but it's probably more of a. I know what you did last summer scary opposed to Jason or Freddie, Freddie or all those Joes. Like it's more of a you don't know. Green Bay scary is like the Scream Mask and Scary Movie. You might get the scary one or you might get the goofy one. You can't skip those. You don't know
But
which one.
counting the Vikings out too, though.
And then the Vikings are always sitting around. They always hanging around in the division, and they go to the playoffs. I feel like they always in the playoffs every single season. But rookie quarterback over there, not rookie, sophomore quarterback. So I don't want to say they're gonna struggle a little bit, but something that's actually getting. First off, Justin Jefferson doing a Philadelphia thing on every celebration and on a cereal box. The gritty is a Philadelphia thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not from Philly, homeboy.
like Pittsburgh,
Come on, bruh. Figure out where you from. You from Pittsburgh?
like that, ain't he?
I'll check. But when Pittsburgh dudes start doing Philly stuff? Come on, bro. I was just talking to a Pittsburgh boy the other day. I mean, hey, not Justin Jefferson. You tough. Definitely a tough receiver. And form follows function. So you see a great city and you want to do what they do. It's not great unless you're there. So figure
I,
out how to get out some
I,
contract and get over to Philly. What you saying, bro?
I think he got it from like Lil Uzi or something.
Mm. No, this bull is born in LA. St. Rose, LA.
Who you got NFC South?
That's the division I know the least about. I feel uh um it's funny. I was talking to fuck the Hawks, a Falcons fan, and he actually said that Penix wasn't a good quarterback. I was like, but he's not a bad quarterback either. I think he's pretty solid. Like they got some weapons. Um, but Tampa Bay, Baker Waxfield, Baker Waxfield, and the boys that go out there. Even though they got to patch up the Jolly Roger, but I think they'll eventually get that ship sailing again. You know, when the Eagles strike through that boat, go straight through, and it sunk, they was swimming. So maybe Todd is a defensive guy. He'll get it off the mud, boy. He'll take some planks, you know, patch that hole up on each side, and then try to prep them up so when we spank them in the playoffs if they make it. Uh, so they listen. It's cut and dry what I got for y'all boys, man. It ain't too much mystery, man. You know, it's like it's like Mike Tyson said. Everybody got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, guess who Mike Tyson
Done. I'm done.
is?
I
So
got
who you got?
Bucks.
The Bucks. Yeah, I'll take the Bucks out of that. The Bucks definitely. Unless
I got
what New Orleans look like?
hmm,
What New Orleans look like?
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Trash. That's why. That's why I like New Orleans is another team too. I think they're gonna start offloading their team. The
Yeah,
Jets,
I wish Alvin Kamara.
Titans.
Yeah, I wish Alvin Kamara had a little better little situation. Because Alvin Kamara, I love Alvin Kamara. That's one of the players I've watched over the past few years. And I'm like, tough, tough, tough. Panthers trash. Falcons. No, I don't know. Maybe Bijan can go off. I like Bijan. I like
Fuck.
Bijan.
I think one. Not even I think. I know one coming from the south. Um, one coming from the south. You might get two from the north. That's three.
Yeah, it's just looking at this young San Francisco is they are not scoring points.
Right.
They are not scoring points at all.
Nah,
Especially
they
when you're
defense.
looking at teams that's winning. Yeah, like when you're looking at the teams that's winning, them teams like I said, some dudes to say you'll hear, and I'm not. And look, and even in this film, like this probably this gonna be the only time I directly reference the Eagles uh, teams when I'm hearing guys say, um, you know, your team is deep, your team can't score points.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can say the Eagles can't score points when y'all looking at these other teams. 'Cause them points we scoring look like a lot more than what these other teams are scoring. But yeah, I'm looking at that. I don't know if but I'll take yeah. I'm still I don't know, bro. I'll take Green Bay out the north. I'll take no. I like Bijan. I like Bijan. I'm gonna go with the Falcons out the south. I'm gonna go with the Falcons out the south. Because even with Baker Mayfield, I actually always laugh because when I hear dudes talk about the quarterback play of Hurt, I'd be like, but y'all like Baker Mayfield?
Baker is not trash.
Yeah, but him and Hurt got this. They play the same style. They out there getting 100, 150 yards a game, figuring it out.
That
Um, so
sound that sound about right though. But I got the Buccaneers coming out of the south. I think the Lions and the Packers gonna come out of the north. I think the 49ers gonna come out the west. I think the Eagles and then the Cowboys gonna come out the east. Well, I ain't gonna get the Cowboys just yet. So I'm gonna say the Commanders. What's that? One, two, three, four. Don't matter. Yeah. Yeah. We need one more. 17. I'm gonna say the Seahawks.
so you got
Say the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Wait, my list can be changed because I don't know if that, nah, you know what? Get that. Cowboys making a wild card. Put in the trash. Cowboys making a wild card. I said it. You heard it here first. Cowboys making a wild card. Ain't no they might. If ands, buts about it. We making a wild card. Yeah, I'm saying we making a wild card. Y'all got that. You
Yeah,
feel me?
you think Washington gonna fall apart a little bit?
Not fall apart. I just think we're gonna be better.
Okay, because they ain't got the guy right now. Terry
Right.
McLaurin probably over in Washington.
But I just think we're better offense. I ain't gonna say defense because even with that, then yeah, yeah, I ain't taking Washington. I ain't taking the Commodores, Commanders, whatever you want to call them. I ain't taking. We gonna head to the AFC though. Oh,
So all right, that's not a so you y'all and us Hawks, Seahawks and Rams, Lions, Bucks. That's The AFC, I mean, the NFC North is corner point, but let's go to the AFC. Let's go to the weaker
That's what I said.
conference. Let's go to the weaker conference. Let's start in the North. How you feel about the North?
Hmm. Um, I think hmm, that's a hard. The Ravens. The Ravens. I mean, only reason that because Steelers. I don't know. They been Russell and they started booming. So, mm.
Think the old man ain't gonna hold it out?
Who Russ?
No, the old man, Aaron, old Aaron. Aaron probably trying to do that what you call it that everybody wants so much, that PA Bowl. I would love to see Aaron in the Super Bowl. That would be amazing.
Back to what?
That would be dope. That'd be my favorite Super Bowl ever. If the Eagles and the Steelers made it to the Super Bowl, oh my goodness, I would love that. Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, get it together. Bring Pittsburgh out of there so they can stop calling for your head over in Pittsburgh. You 3-1 and they calling for your head. 3-1.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
No,
I
I
think
agree. I agree. I go with nah. They giving up too many points and they are
yeah.
they just playing like trash. So I can't pick the Ravens out this year. I'm not picking the Ravens right now. Maybe the Ravens, and I'm never sleeping. Trust me.
I can't.
The Ravens,
I feel
but
like they still got more to show us.
yeah, but
By
in their
half
division,
by halftime, I feel like Lamar and them going. You know,
that division beat on each other every single week. Like even though they're the bottom feeding Browns, right? Them Browns, they they man, them Browns, they will beat up a team so up. Oh my goodness, it'll be so ugly how they'll beat up on their division and they'll beat up on the team. You'd be like, why are the Browns always losing? So I feel like man, Pittsburgh in a good little spot right now. And Pittsburgh paid a lot of money and got a lot of players on their defense. Um,
you said it ain't a good little spot right now.
oh no, the Ravens is not a good spot because they're in a tough division. Like I think they're in the best division in the whole AFC.
But it always be like that.
So them coming out struggling like they are,
I think they're gonna get it together.
like
But
Cincinnati,
I think they're gonna have it together by the time halftime.
like you ain't gotta worry about the Bengals. I don't think you gotta worry about the Bengals. It's that division is solely up to Steelers and the Ravens. So
Probably not.
they and counting out Lamar is a crazy thing, but it's not Lamar.
No,
When defenses show that they ain't good, hard to fix that. You ain't going you ain't going to be a crap show for 4 weeks, and then in week 8 you we right back to being good. Y'all ain't got that defensive tackle no more. He not there. Um, um, Kyle Hamilton can't play every position.
I don't know though. I just think it's still too early for the Ravens.
Yeah,
I can't. I like we won 2-1, like so, and we could have easily been 1-3 as well as we could have easily been 3-1. I just think I just think it's too early right now to really like to take away what they already improved year after year for like the last.
Yeah, and they've been running away with their division for the past few
Definitely been like 4 or 5 years.
yeah.
So I can't take that away from them just yet, just because it's still early and they 1-3. Because all it takes is still is to lose one or maybe even twice, and L. I mean, and then the Steelers back right. They right back in there. I mean, the Ravens right back in
Yeah, I said that's not a. I said you can never that team that division. It's time though. It's time. So I don't know. I think I don't know. I'll go with Pittsburgh. I said Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is Mike Tomlin. I ain't going against.
there.
I ain't going against Mike.
I don't know. How about the West?
Over in the West, I think the sports world wants that to be the Chargers, but me,
I will, who you say?
I'm gonna go with Lamar. Dad, I'm going with the Chiefs. I'm going with
Uh,
the Chiefs. I ain't gonna count the Chiefs out. They're the team that you don't count out. That's the team where you be like, it's over, and then boy gonna teach you something when you say it's over. That's what he just did to the Ravens. They talking about the Mahomes magic is gone, and then what you call it? It was they slapped a nice glaze on the Chiefs after that beating that they said they administered. So um, I ain't gonna go against them. I said, as much as I talk crap about them, they're 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 that's just personal stuff. I said the stuff I say about the Chiefs is about Andy Reid more than it's about the Chiefs team and organization. It's more about the dude that choked for like 15 years over here. Couldn't call a good timeout or couldn't make a good play call, but somehow was holding on to a job when it meant something. Uh, and the whatever reason. But yeah, I'm going with Chiefs.
West.
And West, especially Memphis there in the West.
The Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, or Raiders.
Yeah, that's a really good division though. That's a good time. Yeah, that's a good division. Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos.
Is it really?
Yeah, I mean, because the Broncos are the Broncos young quarterback, right? They got some good young receivers. I like those dudes. I
But
like those dudes.
I say
Um, huh?
when I say this to say when Patty Mahomes get going and that defense start rocking, you already know the outcome.
Mhm. Mhm. But
That's another one you can't give it to nobody else but them because at the end of the day they showed you.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, you go down on them, and then they you get down on them, and then down Mahomes out there beating on the Ravens like they ain't even a real team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like them. I like them. And the Chargers, if the Chargers stay on the same scale, they should be able to make the playoffs too. What I think beginning of the season stuff. That's why the Chargers record is what it is. But once it all settles, um, which called this, then they just lose their last game. The Chargers just lost their last game to the New York Giants. Jackson Dart was his first game, rookie first game. The only thing that Jackson Dart was popular for was they did that weird thing I kept seeing when he hit the ball hands and the crab was still the crab league or some weird stuff like that. Next thing you know, he's scoring touchdowns on the Chargers.
Yeah,
Keenan Allen still one of their receivers, one of their main receivers. Still, I could tease. Keenan Allen is one of the main receivers still. What is Keenan Allen? 40? Ain't it time? Ain't
yeah.
it time?
Say demon time.
Like Keenan's supposed to be a bot, but Keenan, you gotta go. You got it ain't gonna be a Super Bowl, Keenan. So I mean,
Uh,
if you maybe he's playing for the love.
who you got this out?
NFC South. Houston. What they calling it? They calling boy Indiana Jones. On the coach, they call me Indiana Jones. That's a good nickname right now. I seen Indiana Jones. He was New York Jones. He was trash.
Yeah, but
He was trash. We used to play them, and I had no worries. You know how you play a team. We played Dallas. We played the Redskins. I'm like, especially I mean the Commanders when they got James Daniels. Like that's scary. Dallas is Dallas, but the Giants, that's trash. That's why I'm not big on the Chargers because like a lot of stuff was just exposed when you lose to the Giants. Giants trash. Dexter Lawrence, we was talking about Dexter Lawrence. He scored his first. He scored his first defensive touchdown in his career. Crazy stuff to hear when he said to decorate a player. But I'm going with Houston. I ain't going against that. They got their feet under them last week. I think what you call it coming back soon too. Yeah, Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon he should be soon. He should be back sooner than later. That's my guy. I like Joe Mixon.
oh yeah,
They got Houston pretty hurt though. Extremely hurt. Mixon hurt. When they start to get healthy, they already got a scary quarterback. They got some good receiver. They got a good receiver. Shoot, Chubb is a good. He is good back. Maybe he's just not a premier back. I don't know. But I'm going with Houston. Picked them. I picked them as one of the playoff teams. I thought they was a playoff team when I first when the season started. Lost 3 games straight. They spanked Tennessee.
Tennessee, Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. People are right. You can only play your opponent. You can only play your opponent, and
Tennessee. Nah, but I got I'm picking the Texans.
who you thinking?
Texans. I take the Texans. I take the Bills. I take the Chiefs, and I'm taking the Ravens. I think like they gonna be all the division winners.
Yeah,
We're gonna get other teams in for the slide. But that's what I'm picking for the divisions. I can't give it up. I as much as I want to put it in the goats hands, and I say the goats because they all been there, done that. So the reason why I won't put it in their hands is to avoid um, any unnecessary. But I take the grandfather and guy because at the end of the day, the other team, they got to prove that um that they willing. I mean, they ready to come and take that spot. And Lamar don't
Yeah,
he don't look like he's slowing up or nothing like that. I mean, Houston they on a little rocky start. Jeez. I don't even they ain't even got to win.
yeah, they got they say they beat on Tennessee. Bad.
They finally got their win, but it was looking good. But once they played and they start gelling and clicking, I think it's gonna be a different ball game. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes Trent's. This is what make young men out of on tongue down. Oh, all right. Dang, I forgot what I was about to forgot what I was about to say. I guess it's that time, bro. I don't even
Yeah,
I don't even want to hit the outro. You know what I mean? Unless you wanted to bless them with the outro. It's a little late, John. You know what I mean? We got on this John a little late.
yeah, yeah. I said it was a
Unless you want to hit them with the outro, but I feel like I mean tomorrow, tomorrow you got the Rams. I'll take 40 Whiters. Like, yeah, I mean, even though I feel like the Rams gonna walk away with it too. I gave my reasons why I think they're gonna walk away with it. I think they just a little bit better, at least when it comes to being like a well-rounded team. But we all know that none of that matters when it comes to division. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. You know what I mean? Y'all enjoy.
main dude you want to trigger, huh? One old school white justice, and we triggering guns. So you don't want them lynched for the stuff that they did. Homicide, genocide, scraping men, women, kids. People say anything to get a little bit. You want America white, but you rapping and when you ugly on the inside, you rude. How you adopt the stuff and still ain't cool. I could tell you got bullied in school. Tell you got bullied in school. Mm. So, so,
Yeah, I don't know what
nah,
something's going on.
yeah. Once they get to that point, that's the indicator we hit the 2 hour mark.
Nah, we ain't even hit the 2 hour mark.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, we ain't even hit the 2 hour mark.
We're in anything.
At
Let's say, we right back. It was Tuesday, Wednesday. We got
program
back in.
tired. You know what I mean? Program saying it's tired. It is what it is. But if you rocking with us, thanks for staying up with us. You feel me? This is what we gonna do. I mean, I also want to do a little panel chat. Yeah, I mean, where we lock in with other fans. I mean, I would really like to, not mainly, I would really like to do a panel chat, Cowboys and Eagles fans. And then after a couple drinks, we can, you know, have a little debate. I got my Pepsi. Yeah, I mean, I got my Pepsi. I ain't, but we can have a little debate. But all in all, though, that'd be nice to do a little panel with the Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, go back and forth. You know what I mean? Especially in November, we could do it in November. That could be our preview to the game. Do a little panel,
Yeah.
fans, Eagles fans. You know what I mean? Let's see what we see. Let's talk that stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all have a good night. If you see, I need to, you know what I mean, get a bed. You know what I mean, this is real life. This is what we giving you, real life. We talking
One
yeah, I mean,
one thing that I say, look, if any business is grind, you go out here and you doing your stuff and you work some long hours to get what you gotta get established. Yeah,
mm-hmm,
we gonna establish something.
mm-hmm.
This is what we do. So, we appreciate y'all for grinding with us. We gonna grind every day. We gonna grind. Keep bringing y'all some stuff. Appreciate the love. And appreciate the support. I'm gonna shout out people all the time. Again, number one boy, Cleveland, you always there, bro. I appreciate that. Even though you're supporting that wax team, Woody White, you come where the grass is green. Tell everybody that come where the grass is green. That's why I wanted y'all to know. Look, this is. I want you to look at this Homer Simpson shirt and see him feeding into the bush, into that green grass. And that's. I'm not even going. I'm not going to point you out. I'm not going to single you out when I notice that you switched over to that side. I'm gonna give you a hug and invite you, just like I invite y'all to come tapping with us every time we pop up, y'all. You know, that's just like that. You know, I ain't gonna kick a man when he's down. Y'all, all y'all teams been down for too long.
Uh,
We've been kicking on y'all. We've been kicking on y'all.
yeah, we go with go. Eat on his chest. He gonna get real humble when they want and out. I laugh. We're gonna talk our stuff. Or don't let them go on the 6 game losing streak.
I, something that I don't want people to understand. Because I'm really gonna let y'all boys go. Alex, man, I be watching stuff on my quarterback, and then I just get more and more excited. When you gotta, that's what this thing about. You feel like, yo, I ain't doubting my quarterback. He just can't do it. Like, man. But again, shout out to Cleveland, bro. Man, I appreciate y'all.
Shout out to him. I gotta, I gotta go to sleep. I need to take my place behind the bed, bro. I mean, nothing do me no justice, man. I thought that joint was gonna wake me up. That joint, nah, no justice. Like, nah, bro, go to bed. I was supposed to be going out tonight and everything, man.
Oh man,
Yeah, nah, it's time to go to sleep. Y'all be safe.
yeah, I feel it.
Oh man, I'm out. You out? Or you staying?
Yeah, I'm glad. I gotta go. Man. I'm gonna go into the gym, bro. I gotta fine. Uprooted and set up the doctor. Had to wait for a little bit.
Well,
Go get a checkup.
you, you, hit,
Everybody, we really got to make sure
me
we
up when you get
strong
off.
out here.
Hit me up when you get off lockdown.
Oh no, I'm free tomorrow. I'm all free. I'm all free tomorrow.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna hit you up then, man.
Wake up a little bit later.
I'm gonna hit you up then.
Right.
All right, bro. Y'all be good, world.